27 of Idaho's wild horses are dead after they got caught in the fast-moving soda fire. The horses were within the Hard Trigger herd management area about 45 miles southwest of Boise. A burglary suspect is on the run after a short manhunt in Twin Falls Tuesday afternoon. Well, the controversy surrounding the College of Southern Idaho's refugee program continued yesterday afternoon at the CSI Board of Trustees meeting. Now, freedom of speech is taking center stage. A semi-truck hauling a full-size tractor-trailer rolls, knocking out a power line in Buell. The tractor came to rest in a field and 15 to 20 gallons of fuel spilled along the road Tuesday morning. Now, Broyles also says an order has been put in to seek additional help from those over on the East Coast. Continuing with local news this morning, a young Blaine County family is mourning following a sudden loss of a toddler who choked to death on a balloon. Taking a look at health news this afternoon, many younger women may be dealing with pelvic pain that is not being treated. A jury trial has been set for the second of two men accused in the shooting death of a Twin Falls man. Over in sports this morning, in the game of golf, playing to your strengths makes your game efficient and effective. In this week's segment of On the Course, Sun Valley's Director of Golf, Jeff Peterson, talks course strategy. Well, waterfowl hunters, get ready. For most of you, your season opens this Saturday, October 17th. Preparations are underway for the 99th annual Twin Falls County Fair. While this year's fair will feature all of the sights and sounds that you have grown to love, it's the agriculture side that really makes the Twin Falls County Fair something special. Joey Martin, Idaho's First News, caught up with the fair manager and finds out what's taking place to get everything in line in this week's segment of Grow Southern Idaho. Switching gears towards business news this afternoon, food giant Kraft Heinz is laying off workers. The company, which completed its merger last month, says it will cut 2,500 jobs. The email saga dogging Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign continues to intensify. In a court filing on Monday, the State Department revealed more than 300 emails in Clinton's private account have been flagged. The FDA is expected to decide today whether to approve a drug to help boost women's libidos. But as Weijia Jiang reports from Washington, opponents argue the pill is not worth the risk. If you plan on traveling through the city of Twin Falls, you can expect some minor delays. The city is partnering with the Idaho Transportation Department to fix some of the surface issues on Blue Lakes Boulevard. Over in national news this morning, the former pitchman for Subway sandwiches is expected to plead guilty to child porn charges. Law enforcement officials told CNN Tuesday that Jared Fogle will plead guilty on charges related to possession of child pornography on Wednesday. Officer Ben Hammer with the Twin Falls Police Department is the mastermind behind a competition gaining attention from many men around the Magic Valley.
So I researched No Shave November, and No Shave November is kind of a worldwide event, and people use it as a platform for awareness for mainly male cancer.
No Shave November, it's kind of a big deal, and I think the name kind of says it all. We're going to be trying to raise money for the Mountain States Tumor Institute, and we're going to do it by, well, growing out beards.
This year, the competition is bigger than ever, which is fantastic news for the Mountain States Tumor Institute, as there may be a healthy amount of funds raised this year.
This year we have Twin Falls Police Department involved, Twin Falls County Sheriff's Office, Jerome County Sheriff's Office, and Jerome PD involved, as well as the Freak Nation, thanks to Dr. Nick, 103.1.
For those who don't already know, here's a rundown of the rules.
The specific rules that are going on is the people that are actually competing, the last time you get to shave will be Halloween. You've got November to grow out the best beards you possibly can. And then we'll also be trying to raise as much money as possible by team. And my listeners, the Freak Nation, are a team unto themselves.
Now, just 2 weeks into the competition, we asked each team why they think they'll be able to grow the best beard in the valley.
You know, I think we have a lot of young guys with a lot of hormones who can grow out the beards. They got some good potential.
We have some good young deputies over there that are excited to grow beards, okay? We have a lot of hunters on that side of the canyon. It kind of tends to lead towards the ruggedness and outdoor and hunting side of things. And you know, there will be some trash talking and there will be some fun in this thing, and we're looking forward to it.
The listeners that we have on the radio station are so loyal and so rabid about being a part of these kind of things that once we motivate them and point them in the right direction, I like to call them the black t-shirted guardian angels of the valley, and they will jump. They always do.
And if you haven't stopped shaving already, go ahead and drop that razor, as there is a little bit more than 2 weeks left here of No Shave November. And go ahead and donate to this well-deserving cancer fund. In Twin Falls, Bradley Schoreit, Idaho's First News. On January 15th, Dawn Marie Orr was booked into the Twin Falls County Jail and later released. It's alleged that the 41-year-old embezzled over $530,000 from the College of Southern Idaho over a 5-year period, having access to the vault room on campus, sending shockwaves through the community.
So anytime something challenging comes up, we feel it right here. And I think that was pretty much the way people reacted initially. But the other part of this is we believe in what we do. We believe in attaining and aspiring to excellence all the time. Do we always attain excellence? By its very nature, it's so difficult to be excellent all the time. But you know, it's the aspirational goal of always being excellent that moves you forward. And that's who we are.
With over $500,000 missing from the college, could this crime become a punishment to those attending the college or to those who are hoping to learn under the Golden Eagles standard of excellence?
We are still financially solid. We are not planning to pass these losses on to anyone else. We're going to investigate where this came from, who was victimized, make it right, make sure that it doesn't happen again.
And so with that being said, it is a question on everyone's mind here in Southern Idaho. How will CSI prevent this from happening again in the future?
We need to turn this into positive actions. Our business office, our administrators, our board are all working with investigators, attorneys, consultants, auditors. We're working as best we can to make sure that we have processes in place to keep this from happening again. And that's our mission right now.
Now, as the college celebrates its 50th year here as a very well-respected institution, will this be their legacy, or will this just be a minor clip on the wings of the Golden Eagles?
We have had controversy over the years. There have been things which have challenged us as an institution, whether we've been part of the controversy or something has occurred here on campus. We're larger than those events. They are bumps in the road, and we move forward with our larger goal.
As classes have resumed for the spring semester, the case against Orr continues as well. In Twin Falls, Bradley Schoreit, Idaho's First News.
Black Friday has been a topic of conversation this Thanksgiving season. Many stores opened up at 6 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day, and the Magic Valley Mall opened their doors at 12 a.m. this Black Friday morning. We're joined by Bradley Schoreit for Idaho's First News, who was at the mall this morning. Bradley?
Hey, yeah, thanks, Ariel. I walked into the mall this morning at 5 a.m. to find very few shoppers, actually. However, that wasn't the case just a few hours earlier.
After the last of the turkey was eaten last night, a mass of shoppers flooded the Magic Valley Mall. Craig Stringer, owner of Chocolate Moose, watched the shoppers take the mall by storm.
It was crazy in here. We weren't really busy for a little while because they were all rushing to, get into the stores, but as soon as they found their stuff or didn't find their stuff, they retreated back for coffee and donuts.
Owning a kiosk in the middle of the mall allows Stringer to see all of the hot items being carried out of the stores.
A lot of Victoria's Secret going by, but everybody's been really busy.
Many stores opened up at 6 p.m. last night on Thanksgiving Day and even at midnight tonight. However, at 5 o'clock this morning, that didn't stop many shoppers from getting up early and heading out here to the Magic Valley Mall.
I wasn't going to go because I got to work today, but my sister woke me up at 5 o'clock to drag me to the mall to come buy presents. So I'm here spending savings.
Early morning shopper Lisa Bates says it's the cheap deals that keeps her coming back.
Oh, the sales. That's the only reason why I come, is for the sales. I'm shopping for other people most of the time. Usually it's for Christmas shopping.
Stringer says it's a day geared all towards the customer.
It would be nice to have your whole holiday and come in the next morning and, just go business as usual. But you do what the consumer tells you to, so here we are.
Many stores at the mall, including Aeropostale and Bath & Body Works, are extending their entire Black Friday sale throughout the whole day. Stringer says he will also be at his kiosk all day brewing hot, fresh coffee and cinnamon donuts. Live in studio, Bradley Schoreit, Idaho's First News.
It's very important to have funds coming into the foundation.
Cancer has affected so many of us. For some, it's an emotional struggle, while for others, there is a real struggle financially as well.
The St. Luke's Health Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we help the community through health and philanthropy. So we have 100 different funds. which go from everything to the Cancer Patient Emergency Fund, which No Shave November monies will go towards.
The Cancer Patient Emergency Fund is a fund that we use to help our local cancer patients. All the money that's donated to that fund gets used locally for care of our patients.
The money doesn't just go towards helping with medical bills. The fund also helps alleviate stress in other areas too.
So if people need gas cards to get to Salt Lake, if they live in outlying areas and need to come in for radiation 5 times a week, or they need help with medications or rent or utilities, this fund helps provide that.
In just the past 2 years, the Cancer Patient Emergency Fund has helped 140 patients in over 425 different instances.
I think one of the services that we offer, the social workers that we have, really help reach out to the people in our community and identify the needs that are there. And that's how we're able to use the funds well, is they meet with each individual patient and really look for the needs, identify those needs. When people might not feel comfortable speaking up, they're the ones that ask the questions that need to be asked to figure out what we can do to help.
When the cancer diagnosis comes up for many patients, officials say that one of the best ways to go about coping with the reality of cancer is to talk about it.
Talking about cancer and cancer awareness is important. November is about men's health. It's about men's cancers. And I think there's always so much focus on breast cancer, and that's really important. But it's also important to think that there's cancers that are specific to men as well.
So the next time you see a charitable Beat Cancer 5K or a fundraiser for cancer awareness, make sure you donate, as it could go towards helping someone you know suffering from cancer.
Some of the funds we like to give away our money. That's the fun part of our job. So as much as I love raising money, I love giving it away even more.
In Twin Falls, Bradley Schoreit, Idaho's First News.
Well, it's no secret that once we adopt a pet, they become a friend, a family member, and a companion. But for kids in FFA and 4-H, becoming attached to the animals that they raise is something that they try to avoid doing at all costs. This morning, kids of all ages sold their animals from many different species, from pigs to cattle to even sheep and alpaca. They raise them, show them, and then they sell them. 4-H and FFA is a year-round club. Learning how to take care of an animal, show responsibility, and then take them into the ring to win that coveted Grand Champion title is all in the name of the game. But what happens when it's all over? When the fair lights come down, the carnival packs up the rides, and the last of the cotton candy is spun. Well, that's when the bidding begins. When entering the sale ring, however, there's no time to think about goodbyes.
And I need to make this animal look as amazing as possible. I need to make sure that her head's up so that way they can get a good view of her chest. I need to make sure that they can see a front and a back view as well as both profiles, and make sure that it's visible from all 3 sides.
Although they go into the ring with high hopes for high dollars, it's never easy to sell.
And just the fact that I'm really going to miss them, but not so much that I will cry with them. I think all of us spend time with our pigs in the barn. Like, sometimes we sleep with our pigs. We take naps in there, we spend time with them. They do become our friends, and that's why we cry.
However, for others, unlike Raleigh, letting go is somewhat easy.
I know this sounds horrible, but I'm kind of excited because my steer's really mean to me. Like, he kicks me all the time and steps on my feet, and you can either have a really good steer or you can have a really mean one, and I got a really mean one for my first steer, so I'm sure I'll have emotion aftermath because I'll just miss his presence, but overall I'm not that sad about it.
Yeah. While many of us can't wait until the next year for the 99th annual Twin Falls County Fair, Alex says she's having a hard time thinking about what's waiting for her just around the corner 24 hours from now.
I have school tomorrow, so that's all I can think about right now, but I'm going to miss Fair. It was a lot of fun this year.
And you know, Rachel, this year Bell's swine sold at $4.50 a pound.
Wow.
Her swine actually weighed in at 292 pounds, giving her a total of $1,314. Her swine sold to Scarrow Meats, which she says she was very, very happy to sell to because it stays local.